Good evening. This is Skylar Crumbcakes, and welcome to BPN Best Possible News. Here are the latest headlines. He is found guilty. Jesus the Nazarene, who earlier this week was welcomed into Jerusalem with great pomp and was arrested tonight in the Garden of Gethsemane. Judas, one of his 12 disciples, arrived with a crowd of men armed with swords and clubs. They were sent by leading priests, elders, and teachers of religious law. It has been reported that Judas, the traitor, identified Jesus with a kiss. This signal had been prearranged. One of Jesus' men, during the arrest, pulled out his sword and struck the high priest's servant, slashing off his ear. The servant, Malchus, was then completely healed by Jesus, who had just insisted that everyone put their weapons away. All the disciples fled the scene. Our roving reporter, Rowena Rapids, is on location at the high priest's house where they have taken Jesus for this trial. Rowena, can you tell us what's happening?
Thank you, Skywell. As you can see, we aren't actually on the scene. The guards have restricted access to the courtyard, and they aren't letting any of us in. However, we have been able to find out a few things. Jesus was brought to the high priest's home, where leading priests, elders, and teachers of religious law have since gathered. They are trying to find evidence against Jesus and have called many witnesses. We have been told that the witnesses who have testified so far have not been very reliable, and they seem to be contradicting each other as they speak. Even the star witnesses haven't been able to get the story straight. Jesus, who had remained silent during the entire proceeding, only responded when asked by the high priest, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of the Blessed One?" He allegedly said, "I am, and you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power at God's right hand and coming on the clouds of heaven." We understand the high priest tore his clothes at that point and called for an immediate verdict. It was almost unanimously guilty. We know that Jesus was taken from there and treated poorly by the guards who have beaten and mocked him. We believe that he will be headed to Pilate's house from here, but we just don't know. We have, at this time, been unable to talk directly to any of the participants. We will keep you updated as we go along. This is roving reporter Rowena Rapids. Back to you in the studio, Skywell.
Thank you, Rowena. May I ask you, were any of Jesus' disciples present at this trial?
Yes, we saw one man allowed in. People identified him as John, and he vouched for another who might have been Peter, but who has denied 3 times knowing the man Jesus.
Did any of the leaders testify in favor of Jesus?
Well, Skywell, we know that Nicodemus has spoken for Jesus in the past, but have not heard of anyone during this trial. Wait, they're bringing Jesus out of the courtyard now. There appears to be a man running. Is that Peter? Maybe. We just can't tell.
Rowena will keep us posted as these events continue to unfold. From all of us at BPN, thank you for watching the Best Possible News, and good night.